Welcome to this short video on how to record the advice given in the consultation from the consultant to the GP in SystmOne into the patient's record in CITO. To start the process, you will need to log into SystmOne to run a task report of the completed eConsult referrals received into your speciality. Details on how to log on and off SystmOne, along with other supporting documentation, is available on the digital training intranet pages. So the first stage of the process is the SystmOne process. Once you launch SystmOne, the authentication screen will open. Click on Log on with NHS Smart Card with your smart card in the reader. You're taken to the Welcome Back page. Notice in the top left hand corner it will display your name, which is taken from your smart card, and it's always a good check to make sure it is your smart card in the reader. To the right of the screen are the SystmOne units that you have access to. E-consultations are processed through the Acute Hospital Mid Yorkshire Hospitals unit. Select the unit by clicking on the Log On button to the right of the screen. You are taken to the home screen of the Acute Hospitals unit. In the toolbar, you'll see the Task Report tool button. Click on this button. The task report screen opens. You now need to complete the following fields as indicating to do your task report. The Report On field can be left at the default setting, Tasks Received Here, including internal tasks. The Sent fields, here select dates for your search to commence on. I will just do a small date criteria. Now follow your local processes to make sure all eConsult referrals received are captured in a timely manner and recorded into CITO. Take into account that a contingency plan may need to be put in place for your speciality to make sure that the task report is run on a regular basis and to take into account cover for colleagues when they are on annual or sick leave. In the Type field, you will scroll down and select eConsult Referral Received. Status will be completed. The From section, keep at the default setting of anyone. In the To section, you will select User Group. From the user groups, you will select your speciality. So if you were working in cardiology, you would select the cardiologist's e-consults only. Then you will click on the search button to run your report. Now I'm just doing this a little bit different because I'm using test patients. Clicking search will return the list of patients with completed e-consultations for your speciality received in the time period selected. You will now need to retrieve a patient record. To do this, right-click on a patient's name. It will bring down a menu. From the menu, select Retrieve Patient. And you are taken into the patient's record. In the toolbar to the top left of the screen, from there you will select Summary Tool button. The Select View for Summary Printout dialog box opens. From here, you will select the eConsultation summary for WINDIP for your speciality. For this training video, I'm going to select Gastroenterology eConsultation summary for WINDIP. So select it and click print at the bottom of the dialog box. You will now see that Microsoft Word opens. Check the summary. Check that the summary contains the GP question and also the eConsultation response. On a few occasions, the GP question doesn't pull through from the patient's record. If this is the case, you will follow the following process. Minimize the Word document. Again, you are taken back into the patient's record. In the patient record, you will locate the clinical tree, and in the clinical tree, you need to find the node or folder called Referrals. Left click on it to select it. To the top right will show active and ended referrals. You will select the relevant eConsultation referral for your speciality. And select it by right-clicking onto it. From the menu, scroll down and select View Original Referral and click on that. The View eConsult referral for the patient opens. The GP question will display at the bottom section of the box. From here, you would copy the GP question and close the dialog box. You would then discard out of the patient record. Discard is exiting out of a patient record without saving anything into it. Open the Word document again. In the GP question section there, if it showed no information recorded, you will delete that text out and then paste in the text that you've just copied from the patient's record. Once you have all the information in the Word document, you will need to save this document. The location selected to save the document should be on a shared network drive and not local to your PC, and the file must be deleted from this location after capture into CITO. Ensure that if the deleted document goes to your recycle bin, this is also cleared. So we're going to save the document as a Save As document. So we'll click on File, select Save As, locate your location from your shared drive, and then we need to name the file document. The name you give the file has to be in a specific way. It has to show the speciality, the patient's PMI or hospital unit number, and the date the consultant gave their advice. So for this training video today, the example I shall give is its specialty is gastroenterology. Then the hospital unit number and the date the consultant gave their advice. And then click on the Save. The document is then saved. The date of the save file is critically important. The date recorded here will be recorded in CITO, so make sure it is the correct date. You would then repeat this process for all the patients on the SystmOne task report list. Close the Word document. You will now need to launch CITO to record the eConsultation advice into the patient's record. For this training video, I've already logged into CITO and searched and retrieved the patient's record. Once the patient's records displays, in the menu box at the top, select Options. From the Options menu, select Acquire Attachment. The Acquire Attachments dialog box opens. The first section, Browse for Attachment. Browse for your file that you have just saved in the shared drive. Select and click Open. In the Date section, remember this is the date that the consultant gave their advice, so it has to match the date where you saved it as the document. That's why it's always really important when you're saving the document to put in the date on that document when the consultant gave their advice. We'll now select the Categories section. So click on Category. In this section, eNotes displays. Click on the drop-down arrow to the right. The eNotes section opens. From here, click on the arrow to the right of Medical Records. More options display. From here, you will click on Clinical Notes, not on the arrow on the name Clinical Notes. At present, all eConsultations will be filed directly under Clinical Notes. Specialities may appear behind this at a later stage. Using the scroll bar to the right, we want to go to the next section, Attachment Type. Click on Attachment Type. From here, the option we will select is Ad hoc. Any additional comments can be added at this stage if required. For this training video, I won't be adding any comments. Once completed, click on the Acquire button. You'll notice it changed to Uploading. The eConsultation document will then appear in the thumbnails at the top of the grid and will display as the most recent thumbnail. To exit out of the patient record, click on the house symbol. Again, repeat the whole process in CITO for each of the eConsultants documents for all the patients on the task report list. Important things to remember. The file must be deleted from the saved file location as soon as it is uploaded into CITO. Also ensure that if the deleted document goes into your recycle bin, that this is also cleared. Your role in recording the information into CITO is vitally important. There is a clinical safety risk to the patient if this part of the process is not done in a timely manner, and the advice remarks given in the eConsultation to the GP is not documented in the patient's record in CITO. So this is the end of the video to show how to record the advice given in the eConsultation from the consultant to the GP in SystmOne into the patient's record in CITO. This learning video was produced by the digital training team from Mid Yorkshire Hospitals NHS Trust. Please see our SystmOne and CITO intranet pages for support materials. For more information, please contact us on 01924 319 545 or extension 36545. Or you can email us on myh-tr.itcoursebookings@nhs.net.